I can tell you that I too still struggle with the motivation to get up in the morning, get my clothes on, and get out the door. Oh yes, I do. I promise you, this is what makes the difference for me, and that is why I've done this for so many years. I've been very systematic in my striving for morning cardio. I'm someone who has always been an early riser. And I've been meditating since I was 18 years old, and now I'm 51. It's a considerable 30 years or so of meditation. Now, while I went through periods in my life where I had more work and maybe I jumped out of bed and got my clothes on, and I always started hiking first thing in the morning because I've always had dogs. And if you own a dog, you'll know that they absolutely require walks to be mentally balanced, right? They need to work. Dog is bred to work, whether they're a mutt or a purebred. So if they're not worked regularly, then their minds, just like us, become imbalanced and their behaviors change, and it's not usually for the positive. So as someone who's always been a morning person and someone who's been a long-term meditator, my mind is fully aware that my mental state is greatly influenced by whether I get up and get my heart rate going first thing in the morning or not. And because I have this deep knowing, and I've been hiking first thing in the morning for the majority, basically for the last 32 years of my life, because now I'm turning 51, I absolutely understand on a deep level, a deep knowing that my energy will be low all day long if I just get up and start working, meaning computer work or housework or going to a job. I ran a store for 18 years. If I just got up in the morning, put my clothes on and went to work, I have low energy all day. I may feel despondent. I may feel depressed. So when I rise with the sun, yep, it's early. It's probably 4:30 or 5 a.m. I am up with my man, with my partner. He's a hard worker and an early riser as well. We get up, we have a cup of coffee together. He goes off to work. I sit in stillness. I watch that sunrise. I allow the light to trigger neurotransmitters in my brain, and my melatonin levels decrease. I'm no longer tired once I see that sunrise. My brain's functioning properly. I allow myself that meditative sit. If you haven't watched my video on morning meditation, you must do that, because it offers you a small guided meditation that will affect the mental and emotional states and physical state. And then I follow my meditation up with cardiovascular exercise. I'll go out for a hike when I live at the bottom of a hill, but wherever I live, because I have lived in the city. I lived in East Side, Portland, and I would put my fast shoes on and grab my dog, and we would go on a city hike every day, every single day. If I took a day off, maybe I would just do my Surya Namaskar. The key to changing the brain and the way the mind works, because the mind becomes much more calm when we are releasing dopamine and serotonin. It becomes calm and joyful. You reach a state of bliss in your exercise. And yes, cardiovascular exercise is important. I know there's some debate about, it's not even a debate, it's just some doctors out there saying, oh, you don't need cardio. Actually, you do, not only to build strength of the heart and the expansion of the lungs and oxygenation of tissues, but for your mental state, because if you are doing slower or less impactful exercise, you are not getting the dopamine and serotonin release that you could with cardio, with getting out there and working the heart muscle. If you engage in pranayama breath work, you can achieve a increased heart rate and the release of those neurotransmitters. And you can find those videos on my YouTube channel as well, pranayama breathwork and Kapalbhati and others. Breathwork can be in your movement, in your exercise, getting up first thing in the morning, coming into stillness of the mind, and then getting out there and working the physical body, because it is a machine, and machines want to be worked. They get rusty and oxidized, not healthy. That is how cancers and disease begins to develop, oxidation of the tissue. What we want is oxygenation of our bodily tissues, which comes when we get our heart rate going and our lungs working, and that absolutely blissful state begins to come over us. Change your mental, emotional states. You will carry with you throughout your day a sense of well-being, whatever challenges you have ahead of you. I promise you, it makes all the difference. Greeting the sun first thing in the morning, taking that dog out for a walk, because they require their own work to be mentally well and physically balanced. This dog, who I got just 2 years ago, and she was crated for long, like 14 to 16 hours a day, because her previous owner had to work all day. Well, I got her, and I have worked her into the healthiest creature. She literally had labs done, and they said she was in absolutely perfect condition. Her heart, her muscle development, she's at the perfect body weight. Everything in this dog is absolutely healthy. Her mental state, her emotional state. She has 2 cats at home, which keep her very happy, and her morning exercise. Everything that this dog represents is health. Just in 2 years, I've transformed her life. She was overweight and very much an anxiety-ridden dog. She had severe anxiety issues, and now she is a picture of health and well-being. So it's not just for the humans. Those dogs, they got to get out there and get their exercise as well. Make them happy. And she's ready to go, so we're going to go. Subscribe to the channel if you like this video and want more, and give it a thumbs up to tell YouTube it's worth viewing. Thank you so much.